What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to walk you through Yahoo Finance. It's going to be a little bit of a walkthrough, a little bit of a review. Overall, it is a great tool to use if you're doing some stock research. It's also a very old tool. It was probably one of the first web browsers to use to look up any kind of stocks, looking up their financial statements, any news on it. And also, you're able to track your portfolio on this, or at least the shares that you own. It's a great tool, but it's not as new and flashy as some other competitors like, say, Seeking Alpha. Overall, still a great tool. Let's jump onto the computer. So this is Yahoo Finance. So in the web browser, to get to it, you're actually typing in finance.yahoo.com, and it will bring you to its homepage. So its homepage, as you can see, right across the top, you have an advertisement. It is a free platform. There is a premium that you can have. I will do a review on that. But here is the homepage. It's very crowded, in my opinion, but it does have a lot of good information. You have all of the top indices up here. You even have oil, gold, silver, euro to dollar. What else do we have? You have some bonds. You have all of these different currencies. You even have Bitcoin up here. So all of the major things that everyone's looking at is up here in this top banner. You scroll down, you have some major news going on all over here, pulling from different news platforms, Yahoo Finance being one of those platforms. If you keep scrolling down, it'll show a list of your recently viewed stocks. So you can see I was looking at a lot of different international stocks for the international portfolio tracker I was just building. Some more news, a lot of news, guys. Yahoo Finance is chock full of financial news, and you can just spend hours on the homepage alone educating yourself with what's going on in the world. But that's not the only part of Yahoo Finance. It's not just for news. Let's look up some stocks. So let's type in a stock. You go to this search bar. It actually shows you trending tickers, which is very cool. So we'll click on a trending ticker, LAC. I don't even know what this stock is. Lithium American Corp. Okay, not surprising that lithium is a trending stock right now, especially because I'm recording this a couple weeks after Biden stepped into office in America. So a lot of people are putting a lot of money into lithium. They think that's going to be the new future. That's what Biden wants. He wants to kill all of these pipelines and move over to lithium. So the market is reacting to that. And you can see right here, it does have a pretty nice layout. You do have all of the important information in front of you. But in my opinion, it is a little cluttered. Not knocking it. I'm just saying I might prefer some other platforms, but we're just going to focus on Yahoo Finance. You can see right here, we have our previous close, open, bid, ask, day range. This is just showing you all of that important information. Over here, you got your market cap, your beta. If it has a PE, this company does not. Your earnings, your dividend, if it has a dividend. And then up here, you can see right here, it has the live price. Off to the right, you do have a chart. So you could see it is a pretty simple chart, but you could see 1 day, 5 days, a month, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 5 years, and max. Now you can go to full screen. If you click on this, it will open up and you get a more detailed chart. It doesn't have to just be a line chart. You can look at a candlestick chart if you want. And we could zoom in here. So at least this is showing you a little bit more detail. And let's see. This is interval of weekly. So you can get a little advanced here. Let's go for, how about a day range? You can see that. You can kind of manipulate the chart with both of these down here and here. And then even cooler, you can add some indicators. So let's add, how about a moving average? How about over 100 days? And we could choose the color as well. We'll make it blue and we'll click save. There you go. There's the 100-day moving average. We want to add, how about the 200-day? Just click on that and let's type in 200 days, and we'll make it red. Click save. Boom. Now we got our 100 and 200 day moving average. So you can see it's very simple to add that in. But that's the chart. It's a simplistic chart, but it does have some nice perks to it. Let's go back. Now, if we scroll down, again, you're going to see more news about just this stock. So then you could learn about this stock. You can see some upgrades and downgrades on the stock and when that happened. Little company profile, what the stock is. You have a sector breakdown, kind of where it lays. But now let's get into some of the more important stuff. This is what I use Yahoo Finance for. I use it for the financials. So if we click on financials, and if we scroll down, it'll come right to the income statement. So we can see 3 years back. If we get premium, we could see more. But we could see 3 years back. And if we go over to balance sheet, we could see all the balance sheets. We could see all of the cash flow statements as well. And it doesn't have to just be annually. We could also do quarterly. So we could see the past 4 quarters. Now let's go to a stock where their financials are going to look better and we're going to have everything in place, like Apple. We'll go back to financials. There you go. This has everything filled out. So you can see off to the right, it also has a nice little chart of each quarter's earnings and where it is. The green dot represents where the earnings, what it actually was. And this blue circle with white space is its estimate. So you can kind of see where its actual was compared to its estimate. This upcoming earnings is supposed to be a really big earnings for Apple. And if we scroll down, it will break down not only earnings, but revenue as well. So you can kind of see a trend over the past 4 years. We could also make it quarterly, so we could see that as well. And then the blue, obviously, is your earnings. But this is probably what I use Yahoo Finance the most for. I'm not saying this is what you need to use it for, but I love the information that you can get when it comes to your income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement over the past, whether it be a couple of years, or if you want to look at the quarters. And then on top of that, if you are subscribed to the premium version, you could also download these statements, which that can be a very powerful tool. So you can do more analysis in Google Sheets. You see we could break this down. We could really get down. So we're in the cash flow. We could open up our operating cash flow. We could open up our cash flow from continued operations. Let's open up deferred tax. There's all of these different drop downs that we could open up and see exactly how Apple is moving its money. So that's the financials tab. We already went over the summary tab. We have that chart that we also went over. So here's the chart. Look at that. Our standard moving average, our simple moving averages are still there. You can also see down here, it'll show split or dividend when it's supposed to happen or when it happened. You have a conversations tab as well. So this is just what people are saying about Apple. Then you have a statistics tab. So this will show you the statistics of everything. And if you scroll down, just gives you some more information, more ratios to look at. We got historical data. This will show you Apple's price every single day. Let's go to profile. This kind of breaks down all of the executives, where it's located, a description, corporate governance. We already looked at financials. Then if we move on to analysis, you can see outlook, what this year will look like, what next year will look like. If we scroll down, we can look at the next 5 years, look at how the past 5 years were. And then you can see even over here. So we got recommendation trends. Where is Apple currently? It is at a 2, which is a buy. So that's recommendations rating, your analysis. You can see where the stock is and where its average price is. Again, Yahoo Finance just has a lot of different information. It's just a matter of knowing how to sift through everything. We can go to options as well, so you can see all the options chains, holders, and then sustainability. So that's looking at individual stocks. Again, there's a lot up there. That tab has a lot of information that you could look through. Don't get too overwhelmed by it. Yahoo Finance is just trying to provide as much information as possible. But now let's jump up here. Now that we have that, we'll actually go back to the home screen. So now we're home again. We understand the home screen is a lot of news. We could look up companies. But now what is up here? Well, we have a watch list. So we could add stuff to a watch list. So if we click on that, so we have a watch list tab. And if you scroll down, you can actually see it's what other people are watching, right? You could see here's a watch list of video game stocks. Here's the most active penny stocks, the most active small cap stocks. So this can give you some good ideas of what stocks you might want to look out for. Like how about, let's see. Here we go, most followed. You got Berkshire Hathaway. You got pot stocks are huge. Tech stocks are huge as well. And then your most added to watch list. So there's all of these different watch lists that you can follow. And then if we go into my portfolio, this is where you could kind of create your own watch list or just watch the stocks that you're invested in. So you can see right here, kind of already had one. If we click on that, add symbols, it's very easy. So let's add Apple. It's just simple like that. And now you can see what's really cool, not only will it give you some very important information all along this tab, but then it'll show you the news. Here's all the news that's happening for my watch list. It's all Apple because I only have Apple in it right now. But if we hit add symbol right here, let's add, how about Target? Boom. Now it'll be Apple and Target will be in the news down there. How about Facebook? We'll add Tesla because everyone's crazy for Tesla. GameStop right now, which I wouldn't invest in, but it's had a crazy ride up. So now all of this news is generated for these stocks that you add to your watch list. So let's go to screeners. This is a pretty cool tab. So for screeners, this is where you could find stocks. If you don't know what screeners are, I have a couple of videos on that. But this is where, hey, maybe you want to invest in large cap stocks. You want to look for pricing that's over $100. What sector do you want? Say you want the energy sector. What industry out of that energy sector? Say uranium. And then we hit find stocks. And there's no matches. Okay, let's let's get rid of uranium. Let's get rid of energy. If we're looking for, let's do technology. Let's make it easy. So if we do technology and say information technology, hit find. There we go. We got 14 results. So all 14 of these stocks match my criteria. They're in the United States. They're a large cap stock. They're over $100 in price. They're part of the technology sector, and they're in the information technology industry. So this is a great way where you could kind of go through and find the stocks that you want to invest in. You could add filters as well and look at all of this information that you can add. Say you want a stock that, let's see, which filter do I want? How about price to book? Click close. So you want a price to book. We'll get rid of the price, but we want a price to book that's in between 1 and 2. Hit find stocks. There you go. We returned 2. So these 2 stocks match all the criteria I have selected right here. So that's the screener. Again, very powerful tool. It's completely free to use on Yahoo Finance. This is the premium version. So you could do a 14-day trial. You have a dashboard. Again, I will put up a video about Yahoo Finance Premium. But we're almost done here, guys. Markets. This is a pretty cool tab as well. It'll show you any earnings, stock splits, IPOs, economic events that are happening each day so you could stay up to date. And again, more news that's coming out. That's markets. We got news. You could select through all of this with news, personal finance. This will just kind of show you, again, Yahoo Finance is very heavy on news. It has a lot of good information regarding stocks, and it's going to provide a lot of news. Then we got videos, industries, and then tech, all of these other tabs. But guys, I think that was a pretty good walkthrough of Yahoo Finance. Now for the review part, my opinion on it, it does provide a lot of great information, as you can see. And if you know how to use the tool, it is very powerful. But to me, it is very, very cluttered. There's just too much going on at once. There's a lot of advertisements. It just tries to flood the web page with different news articles. And it's a little out of date in my opinion. I think there are some better platforms out there to use. I'm not knocking Yahoo Finance. I do use Yahoo Finance on a daily basis. But other platforms like Seeking Alpha, FinViz, I'll use both of those as well. I'll throw Yahoo Finance maybe a little below Seeking Alpha. That is my personal favorite. But I'd probably tie it with FinViz. Both Yahoo Finance and FinViz are neck and neck. Provides a lot of information, but it's cluttered. So you got to make sure you know exactly where everything is in Yahoo Finance. You can rewatch this video to see how to get to certain things, whether it be looking up stocks, looking at their balance sheets, going to the screener, adding stuff to your watch list, looking at other people's watch list. And again, it's a great way to stay up to date with news. But when it comes to pure data, it can be a little overwhelming, in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you use Yahoo Finance? Do you think it's a good tool? What tool is your favorite? Drop in the comments below which platform you use every single day to look up stocks so we can learn from each other. Guys, if you liked this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.